So, for those of you that may have a Lexus ES350, or it looks like the same lock system for the trunk latch is the same in the Camrys, a lot of the Toyota line in general, not just Lexus. As I was researching the project, I only came upon one other person that had tried doing a workaround that was a popular view on YouTube. Anyway, I took his idea and worked on it a little bit more and came up with a pretty good fix that I don't know how long it'll last, but it's better than $290 from Lexus itself for the part, or I looked online at various auto parts and found eBay. I found a person trying to sell what they claim to be a new one for $172 plus shipping, but thereabouts right around $200 other than Lexus. But anyway, I'll go ahead and show you the workaround that I came up with, and I think it's okay, pretty good. So I didn't show how to get this off. It's pretty simple. You know, I mean, if you're going to be doing this kind of a job, you'll probably figure it out, but just a quick thing. So there's a little tab here that slides over right, that slides over right here. And then on the back side, there's a little tab that slides in this slot. So you'll have to get behind it, put a screwdriver in here to pop that up. And I just took a little tiny screwdriver in here to push that up. And then that's all there was to it. The whole issue arises from, I didn't state in the first part of my video, is when you go to shut the trunk, you know, you shut the trunk down and it just, you can't get the lock mechanism to stay like that. Or if it does, it's only halfway engaged, you can just pop the trunk back up. Well, the problem arises in this little arm here as the electronic motor spins counterclockwise, a little offset disc thing with a little knob to push this over to unlock it. It it flies past this arm, and I'll show you here in a second. Here it goes. Okay, see how, get a screwdriver in here. See how that right there flew past this arm here. Well, then it can't get back to reset, so when you go to latch, see, it only halfway engages, but that didn't spin back because this arm is in the way. Oops. So you have to get, that has to be on that side of it. It's too tight of a fix. The other person had suggested shaving this off. Well, I noticed that even when there's no tension on this, there wasn't enough spring left in this to flip it around. Just a second, let me set this. Okay, so I got it back past this thing. So then I was able to, you know, okay, so how can I stop this arm from flying over too far this way? That direction, to keep the electronic spinner from passing it. So I thought, oh, I was going to put a screw in here and go. And I thought, well, what the hell? Just put one right in here. So this is the fix I came up with. As I drilled a small pilot hole. Oops, I know it's kind of wiggly. I have this sitting on the interior liner. I'll try not to wiggle for you guys too much, but you can see the idea. I'll probably have to put some Loctite so it just doesn't rattle loose after I put the cover back on here. Anyway, so what I did to determine where that should be is I held the screwdriver like really tight up against the body here, and I kept testing, you know, moving it further or closer and closer this direction, figuring out where the best point would be that would go this way and stop, but not allow the spinner to go all the way around. Here, I'll show you. See how that bounced back in there. Hit it, disengage the lock, spun back. Perfect. That's all I had to do. I'm gonna hold it up here so you guys can see better in there of how the spinner comes around and hits that as I disengage it, and it flips back. And then you see how it disengage the arm, and then just slowly passes back. I don't know enough about the electronics on this device here to know if the motor has a, is supposed to reset itself, and it doesn't now because that portion is overused. But whatever the case is, since it can't reset itself and go back, that, you know, like a relay in there that tells it to flip back, whatever the case, this works. Doesn't matter about needing the motor to go back that way. Just hits it, bounces back. Awesome.